Air Force, I need a little instruction. How you guys doing today? Good morning. Oh man, come on. Good morning. There we go, that's a little bit better. My name is Jessica, I'm happy to be here. I am not going to talk a ton about my military stuff, but yeah, I love being in them because I'm really focused on leadership. That's kind of what my go-to is right now. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my military experience, and then maybe spend a little bit more time talking about leadership and what that means to you in the future. So I joined the military a year after high school, and I joined because my high school life and my home life was miserable. I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. I did not actually. I was on the spectrum and I did not know it, which was super fun, but I was dyslexic and that was fun trying to learn how to read. So I read now and I still have some trouble like retaining and like comprehension. That's kind of a little bit of a difficult thing for me, but I worked it out. The Air Force taught me how to read a little bit better than the Army anyway. Just kidding. I almost joined the Navy. The reason I joined the military was because my dad was in the Army and during Vietnam. My grandfather was a World War II hero, actually decorated in Germany, and he just passed away like 2 years ago, 96 years old, pretty cool. But I almost joined the Navy because I wanted to be a fighter pilot, right? And that's, I watched Top Gun when I was a kid. The cool thing about my generation and your generation is we're joined by Top Gun, right? Top Gun just came out again, right? The sequel, and it was really cool, and it was way better than the first one. Sorry if you like the first one better, but I wanted to be a fighter pilot so bad, so back in the day, we used to have VHS tapes. Remember those? Well, you don't remember those. I remember those. Oh, he remembers, there we go. So I had VHS tapes, and I wore the sound out of the Top Gun tape. I watched it so much, because I wanted to be in the Navy. Well, later, but when I was 14 years old, I was on a bike ride in my town, and there was a garage sale, and they had this, all the stuff that they didn't sell in the garage sale was in like this couple of clear plastic totes, out by the trash. The bottom of one of these clear plastic totes was a 10-foot long American flag, and it was all tattered and torn up, and I was like, oh man, I really want to save that flag. Well, technically speaking, if the flag is tattered or ruined in some way, you're supposed to burn it. And I didn't have the heart to do that, so I took it home, I stitched up the edges, threw it in the washing machine. I still have that flag because I really wanted to serve my country. I wanted to be part of something that I felt like mattered to me. Because I didn't feel like I belonged in high school. I didn't feel like I belonged at home. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. I was super socially awkward and I didn't know how to navigate social settings at all. And I thought, well, if I don't fit in anywhere else, maybe I'll fit in the Air Force. And I did really well, actually, until I got to the social part of the military, which I struggled with for a long time, but long story for another time. So I joined and I got to spend some really cool time. I worked on the F-117, which is a super secret plane that they don't have anymore because it's super toxic and they got rid of it. I worked on that top one up there, that's the AC-130U gunship. That scares the pants off of everyone else in the world who doesn't own one, and no one else does but us. And that helicopter in the middle is where I found out who I was. I was a special operations helicopter mechanic for the last 15 years of my career. I went to Bosnia, Iraq, Kuwait, Afghanistan, and spent a lot of time over in war zones having the daylight scared right out of me. But it was really fun. And so I'm happy to be here, and I'm really looking forward to sharing some stories with you about leadership because, oh yeah, I have to say, I forgot. I have 4 kids, by the way. I had 3 of my own, and I adopted one. My daughter's friend adopted her. And then I'm retired in 2018. Everybody said when they retired, so I should probably do that. So I retired in 2018. I moved to Alaska, opened up a real estate brokerage, and did real estate for about 4 years up there. I taught at the University of Alaska, so it's true that you can be smart even if you're born neurodivergent. Really. So I taught there for a year, and then I left the state of Alaska and moved down here to be closer to family, take care of my mom. Her health was failing a little bit, so I decided to move here. And then, gosh, there's just so many things. My brain is full of all these things. But so I really enjoyed that. I took care of my mom, got her health back together, and then I opened my own leadership consulting company. So right now I go and talk to groups, especially I really focus on women and neurodivergence and talk to them about their leadership abilities and help them lead better. So that's me in a nutshell. Help, I'm in a nutshell. Sorry. Anyway, great to meet you. We'll talk some more.
All right, folks, before we